the seed of the prophets, I know what I'm talking about.
What might happen to this country from tomorrow? Only God knows. What might happen to this country from tomorrow? Only God knows. But it is my prayer that peace shall prevail and lives shall be protected. I repeat it again. What might take place to this country from tomorrow? Only Jehovah God has the key. But it is my prayer that peace should prevail and lives should be protected. Both the government and the opposition, they are playing a very dirty game. The government and the opposition, they are playing a very dirty game. And the game they are playing, if they don't stop it, the consequences will be very bad. They are playing the game of deceiving each other. No side is telling the other side the truth of what they have in mind. And now it's not what you people thought. This is turning to something very bad. Hidden war. It is no longer politics. But I have a word as a prophet of God. I have a word. And I will not deceive. Any blood that shall be dropped, or any blood that shall drop from anybody, any blood that shall be shed, I have a message to the house of William Samoei Ruto. Take it from me. Your generation will pay, and your generation shall pay. Your generation will pay, and your generation shall pay. Why? Because of only two things. Why have you refused to reduce the cost of living when innocent people, orphans and widows, are sleeping hungry, but you people have money? You go around deceiving, bribing men and women of God to intercede for you at the cost of innocent people sleeping hungry. And you are the president by now. And I'm calling you president because you are sitting on that seat. But I will not change my word. You know what you did. Why? From the time you sat on that seat, be honest yourself, William Ruto. How much have you spent on your personal, private issues? You and your wife, you and your deputy, Kashagwa, whatever the name it is, and his wife. How much have you people spent? If you were to deny yourself all this and convert them into food, where you have reached today, you will have not reached. You have gone around buying vehicles for men of God. Those vehicles, if you were to convert them into food, why are you doing it? And Ruto, I am not talking to you as a president. I am talking to you as a former preacher. You used to stand on the altar. Remember what you used to preach. Is it what you are exercising today when you are in authority? Ruto, if you think I'm cheating, do you remember when you went on a mountain 1987 in the month of April on 16th? Do you remember what you asked God? You have broken your vows before God. That day you went on a mountain, do you remember you were in a white shirt with spots of yellow? You were in a rubber. Ruto, do you remember that day you went on the mountain, you had only 175 shillings in your pocket? Do you remember your vow? Nothing is hidden from God. What is so hard with you and your team to open the server? Why can't you open it? Don't you know if you open the server, all these things will come to an end? Why can't you open it? I am talking to you as a believer, not as a president. Why can't you open the server? It's not me. Even God is asking, why can't you open it? Don't you know if you open the server, all these things will come to an end? Ruto, what shall come your way? You are causing it yourself. You yourself, you are causing the problem day in, day out. What is the difference between you and Tanzanian president? What difference do you have with Ugandan president? What difference do you have with the president of Rwanda? Why aren't there people in streets with sufurias? I have a message to Madam Ruto. Sit down with your husband. As a mother, look into the future of your generation. A wise mother will advise. Going around ferrying men of God from one city to another city, they take hundreds of thousands from you. They are deceiving you. And listen to this as a prophet. When God sent Elijah to King Ahab, it didn't matter the prophet that King Ahab will bring. In this land of Kenya, God has raised prophets and servants. God will not use a prophet from Nigeria to come and handle issues of Kenya when God knows that he has prophets in Kenya. God will not use prophets from South Africa to come and talk over Kenya when he also knows that he has servants in Kenya. And we'll tell you nothing but the truth. But today I'm telling you, count every single life from tomorrow, every single blood from tomorrow that shall shed, it will be counted upon your generation. Because deep down in your heart, Madam Ruto, you know what you're doing is wrong. And the Spirit of God has been telling you what you're doing is wrong. But you keep on ignoring that voice. Watch your sister, the wife to Gachagua. Why has she stepped back from politics? Because she feels deep inside she's not doing the will of God. And as I'm talking now, she is soul searching. She's searching for a true God. Do the same. Stop fighting for these things of the world. At one time, we shall all lose them. At one time, we shall leave them. But we shall not leave our judgment behind. Do the right thing. Reduce. Check on lives of Kenyans. They are suffering. Children are dying of hunger. People are sleeping hungry. Children are dropping out of school. Businesses are being closed. Even God himself has chosen to measure the rains for us. Can't we read from these signs? Can't we see that God is speaking something? Why is it too hard for us to see this? Open the server. Reduce the life. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Then give God what belongs to God. Stop giving God what belongs to Caesar, Madam Ruto. He will not take it because he knows what you are offering belongs to Caesar. And men and women of God who are involved in this dirty game, I want to assure you, watch, go and read what God did to the children of Eli. That's exactly what God will do to your generations. You will not take his name in dirtiness, then he keeps quiet. It's just a matter of time. And as I've always said, he fills his cup slowly by slowly. So the cup of Kenya is nothing. It will be too bad if you open the server. Raila will have nothing to accuse you of. If you reduce the cost of life, they will have nothing to accuse you of. But as long as you don't do the two, first, server, second, life, what you're going to witness from tomorrow is just the beginning. And I'm done. That is the truth. I saw angels dropping from heaven into a field. But in that field, there were people. Some of the people I saw, they are long-term friends. Some I don't know where they are. I don't know whether they are still alive or they died. But I saw them. Some were friends that I grew up with. But in the field there were snakes. And the snakes were biting them. When I tried to talk to the angels and I asked them, why are the snakes biting these people? And you are just quiet watching. One of the angels turned to me and told me, Lucas, if they would have heard your voice, we would have heard your voice now. The same way they rejected your voice is the same way we are rejecting your voice. And I asked him, why should you reject my voice and you are angels? And then he told me, it's because they also rejected your voice. You warned them about the snakes. They didn't listen to you. Why do you want us to listen to you to save them from snakes? We have just come to confirm that the snakes are here and the snakes have done their work. Simple dream. Its meaning is very clear to me, just the way my name is very clear to me. Some of the warnings we gave, not only me, but me with other servants of God to this nation, because we are nobody to them. We own no big media station. We don't have security with escorts, with convoys. They rejected our voice. But it wasn't our voice. It was the voice of God.